Hey beloveds, welcome back to my story with multiple sclerosis. This is part 4. Alright, so where we last left off, I was talking about how I quit going to the neurologist. And was it a good idea? Alright, so at the time, mentally, in where I was at my point in life, yes, it was a good idea because the neurologists that I had seen in the past had let me down wrong paths. They were older men who maybe were just set in the way, like the old ways of dealing with this disease, but they did not believe in any alternative type ways to deal with it, like supplements and nutrition and just different stuff. So I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm doing my own research. I'm finding lots of different things. I found a neurologist, I believe he was in Brazil, who was using high dose vitamin D3 therapy with big success. So I was like, okay, let's go down that route. So I started taking high dose vitamin D3, 50,000 units a day. You can order it on Amazon, and it's only like $20 for a bottle of like 100. So $20 for like a 3-month supply, count me in, because that beats the snot out of the $5,000 a month medication that's not even helping heal you. So I started doing that when I had that last relapse in 2012, and it helped. So I might have started maybe 2013, excuse me. And it made a big difference. I was only taking the vitamin D, and I was just living my life. I was still doing research, still reading up on it. I was letting it consume me, and that was my big mistake right there too. But I wasn't relapsing. I was walking good. I was able to just live. And I felt good, and I stayed feeling good throughout a few years, up until 2017. Like towards the end of that year, I started noticing maybe I didn't have as much energy. Maybe my legs weren't walking as far of a distance as they could before the fatigue set in. I didn't think anything of it though. I started a new job at the beginning of 2018, and I was so thrilled. It was a corporate office job. It allowed me to align my schedule with James's retail schedule at Mattress Firm. So I worked weekends and I had his 2 days off during the week. Perfect. It was an easy job that I could do. And when I say easy, what I mean is it was paperwork. It was going to the office. It was doing everything on the computers. So it was easy compared to standing on your feet all day at a retail store. And it paid pretty good. It was my best paying job so far. And I just stuck with that. And I was living life. I didn't really think much of like diet or anything else. I had kind of just been like, you know what, I'm gonna just put the studying about this disease aside because I've let it depress me and consume me for long enough. And when I tell you depression, like I spent years, woe is me, why is this happening? Why did I get this disease? I'm so young, like my life is over. I went down every rabbit hole of emotion, cried many nights to sleep. 2018, when I started that job, was a big turning point for me. It really helped pick my spirits up. It truly did. It truly did. Because 2016, right about Thanksgiving time, I quit my other job because that's a whole nother video. The election year, realizing the people I worked around, and it was so toxic, and I put up with it for like 4 years, and I finally got to the point where I was like, I can't do this no more. So all of 2017, I was unemployed, and I was doing little odd jobs, just trying to make a buck here and there to. I didn't have bills, thank God, like I do now. But that office job came at the right time because I had a car note and different stuff. Anyways, so it was very uplifting to my spirit because I enjoyed the people I worked with in the office. My manager slash boss, she was so phenomenally fantastic, amazing, loved her. Just, it was great. It was good vibes. And I enjoyed the work. And on Saturday and Sundays, I got to work from home. So I only had to drive to the office 3 days a week. It was amazing. But about the summertime, like I said, I was starting to feel a little weaker and everything. About the summertime is when James helped change my life and guide me in a better direction. And that will be in part 5 of the video. I hope you're staying tuned. Thank you for listening, and I love you so much.